The sun was setting behind the dusty hills of a small village. Its last rays bathed the houses in a golden glow, but for young Arav, everything felt dark. He sat by the old banyan tree, his head buried in his knees, tears quietly soaking his worn-out trousers. Life had never been easy for him. At just 19, he had faced more than most men twice his age. His father had died when he was 10, leaving behind only debts and memories. His mother, frail and sickly, tried her best to hold the family together, but illness kept pulling her away from work. They barely survived on the few rupees Arav earned doing odd jobs. But lately, it seemed as if the world had turned against him completely. His employer at the small workshop had fired him without notice, accusing him of breaking a machine he hadn't even touched. The shopkeepers refused him credit, knowing he had no way to repay. Even his friends had stopped visiting, perhaps tired of his constant struggles. That evening, Arav whispered into the silence, "Why me? What did I do wrong? Why is my life full of problems?" A deep, gravelly voice spoke behind him. "Because problems are the only teachers you truly listen to." Startled, Arav turned to see an old man leaning on a wooden staff. His face was weathered like cracked earth, but his eyes were sharp and strangely kind. Arav had seen him before. The villagers called him Baba, a wandering sage who appeared and disappeared without warning. "I don't understand," Arav said bitterly. "All these problems are killing me. They're breaking me apart." Baba lowered himself to the ground beside him. "Let me tell you a story," he said. In another village, there lived a potmaker named Raghav. Every day he shaped clay into beautiful pots. But one day, a powerful storm flooded the village. His workshop was destroyed and all his pots were shattered. Raghav was devastated. He thought his life was over, but instead of giving up, he started again. This time, he experimented, mixing his clay with ashes from the burned wood. To his surprise, the pots became stronger, able to withstand more heat and pressure than before. Years later, a merchant from the city noticed his work and began buying hundreds of pots from him. Raghav became famous. One day, someone asked him, "How did you learn to make pots so strong?" Raghav smiled and said, "It was the flood that taught me. Without that disaster, I would have never discovered the secret." Baba looked into Arav's eyes. "You see, boy, your problems are the flood. They're breaking the weak parts of you so you can rebuild stronger." Arav's voice trembled. "But it's too much. I'm tired. I don't know if I can take it anymore." Baba nodded slowly. "Then, let me tell you another story. A farmer had a donkey that one day fell into a deep pit. The animal cried out for hours. The farmer, thinking the donkey was too old to save, decided to bury it right there. He began shoveling dirt into the pit. At first, the donkey panicked, but soon he realized something. Every time dirt fell on him, he could shake it off and step up. Slowly, step by step, he rose higher until he walked out of the pit himself. The very thing meant to bury him became his escape. Arav wiped his tears. "So, you're saying my problems are actually helping me?" Baba smiled faintly. "Only if you choose to use them. Problems don't make you stronger automatically. They give you the chance to grow, but you must decide to rise." The young man sat in silence, his mind turning. He remembered all the times he had fallen but still found a way to get back up. He thought about the skills he had learned fixing broken tools, repairing bicycles, even helping the tailor with torn clothes. Maybe all these small struggles were preparing him for something greater. "Baba, but what if I fail again?" Arav asked quietly. "Then fail," Baba said simply, "but fail forward. Every failure teaches you something. Remember, a seed must be buried in darkness before it can grow. Your problems are not punishment, they are planting you." That night, Arav went home feeling a strange fire in his chest. He decided he would not wait for life to be easy before trying again. Over the next few weeks, he took every small opportunity he could find, repairing old radios for neighbors, fixing fans, even mending broken furniture. His work was slow at first, but word spread about the young man who could fix almost anything. One day, a shopkeeper from a nearby town came looking for him. He said, "I've heard about your skills. I need someone to repair and maintain my equipment. The pay is good." It wasn't a fortune, but it was more than Arav had ever earned. He accepted gratefully. With steady work, he paid off some debts and bought medicine for his mother. Months later, he opened his own small repair shop. It had no fancy sign, but people came from miles away because they trusted his hands. Hands that once trembled with fear, but now worked with quiet confidence. One evening, as Arav was closing his shop, he saw Baba standing outside. "You've done well," the old man said. Arav smiled. "You were right. My problems didn't destroy me. They built me." Baba's eyes softened. "Remember, boy, life will throw more storms your way. When it does, don't curse the flood. Look for the lesson it's trying to teach you." The sage walked away, disappearing into the sunset, leaving Arav with the quiet knowledge that the worst chapters of his life had been the very ones that turned the page toward a better future. This story teaches us, every problem you face carries a hidden gift, a lesson, a strength, a new skill, or a deeper understanding of yourself. Instead of running from your struggles, embrace them. They might just be shaping you into the person you were always meant to become.
If this story touched your heart, share it with someone you love. Maybe it'll help them. And if you believe stories like these deserve to be heard, please like, comment, and subscribe to Life Lessons Library. Your one click keeps these stories alive.